Okay, continuing on with the digital agenda for the classroom. So let's say that there is a graphic organizer that you have to download. It's not something that you can pull up in a link. So if we looked for graphic organizer convincing the jury, you click on one of them and it will download up here in your little download box. Sometimes they're at the bottom down here. Mine's up here. So the first one, so this is cool. This is Telltale Heart Mock Trial. Has a bunch of standards and directions, but down here there is a graphic organizer. So I don't necessarily want to send all the students to open up this document because then they're going to have all this other stuff, and I really just want them to have this. So I'm going to highlight what it is I want them to have. And okay, that seems like a lot. Let's just go with this one page. I'm going to highlight what it is I want them to have, Command C, copy it. And then if I click on this box while I hold down Command, click right here on this blue box, it'll open up a new page. And down here on the bottom right, there's a circle with a plus sign. That gives me a brand new Google document. So I can call it Graphic Organizer. I can't remember what it was called. And then I can Command V, paste in the graphic organizer. And now that I have it here, I can edit it to be exactly what I want. So I can make it smaller, I can make the boxes bigger, I can change this stuff. What is your role on the jury? If I want to. And then I copy the link of this new Google document. I go back into the digital agenda. Oops. So you wouldn't have both of these here. You'd have one or the other. Click this link, put the URL in the bottom. Sorry. Convince the jury. So you have two options now. Now, in order for, this part is pretty important. In order for students to access a Google Doc, you have to give them permission. So, you're going to go to Share. You're going to click Get Shareable Link. So I'm going to do this step by step so that the directions are here. Get Shareable Link. And then here it says anyone with the link can view. Okay? Anyone with the link can edit, anyone with the link can comment. We actually want anyone with the link can view. You can also put it public on the web, which means you don't even need the link. But what's important, if you notice right here, anyone with the link can view, no sign-in required. And then save, and you're done. Anyone with the link can view, save, done. This is probably the most important piece because you can have all these Google Docs, but if the students can't access it without permission, then they have to send you all these emails and ask to be let in, and that takes forever. So I'm going to do it on the Google Doc also. Get shareable link. Anyone with the link can view. Done. So now you have two ways of doing a graphic organizer. By clicking the link, which brings you to an outside source. And that was a really great example of what happens if you click it and nothing happens. I had to hit refresh. Or by clicking a link and bringing you to a Google Doc that you created. At another time, I can actually show you how each student can open up their very own Google Doc graphic organizer. If you can see up here, this is mine. It has my email address on it. So if every single person wrote in here, it would constantly be changing. It wouldn't be personalized per student, but I can, in the future, show us how to personalize them. Okay, so a couple of other things that we've been doing is Today's Meet. So I would open a new page, I'd go to Today's Meet. I know you're familiar with this at this point. I can put in jury period 1 and open the room. Once I'm in the room, I copy the link, go back to the digital agenda, again hit this. Jury period 1 would be the title. The link would go down here, and then once they click that link, it automatically takes them into their class's Today's Meet page. So we could do the same thing for Socrative. We can do the same thing for Actively Learn. Any site that you want them to go to, you just put the link here, it takes them right to it. And the last thing that I want to show you is how to set a URL for the students so that they can access the digital agenda easily. So if you look up here, the digital agenda's URL is really, really long. There's no way the students would be able to access this if we wrote that on the board. So I choose tinyurl.com. Once you get to tinyurl.com, copy the link from the digital agenda and put it in right here. And then you click Make Tiny URL. What comes out right here, it says tinyurl was created. This is the URL that we put in. It has a length of 84 characters and it gives us this right here. So I'm going to copy that, Command C. I'm going to go right underneath Digital Agenda and Command, oops, it's not letting me put it in. There we go. Command V. And that is the URL now. So on the board, you put tinyurl.com /, sorry about the outside noise, MBEA3EG. So that is your link. So if you were to click on that, it takes you to the digital agenda. Okay. You can also use tinyurl.com for other sites if you wanted to add them on here. So let's say there is a student that doesn't have, well, actually, if they don't have an iPad, it's not a question. That was a silly thing to say, so never mind. TinyURL is really the best for accessing the digital agenda. We don't really need it for all these other things because they're all here on the digital agenda, so all they need to do is click. I think that about covers everything. I will add into the email the link where to access this video, and if you want to go over any of the step-by-step instructions, we can do that next week. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.